This is Grapplers Talk.
What is up, fans of Grapplers Talk? This is Dave coming at you with another episode each and every week. Thank you to everyone out there tuning into the podcast, wherever you're listening, whether it be Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts. Thank you all for listening and tuning in to the best grappling content on the internet. And I am blessed and honored to have some good partners in this grappling industry, and we're partnered with Spar Bar Soap, some of the best antifungal, antibacterial soap handmade here in the United States. It has great scents, and it's an awesome product to use. I've been using it for a while, and I absolutely love them. So if you go onto their website, Spar Bar Soap, type in code word Grapplers Talk, you'll get 10% off of your order. And we're also brought to you by our friends over at Butterfly X. Check them out, BFX Gear. They just uploaded some new products on their website. They're always coming out with new rash guards, so go check them out. On their website, if you go type in code word Grapplers Talk 10, Butterfly X is going to hook you up. They're going to give you 10% off of your order. And go check them out. They got some awesome products and good fitting rash guards. I'm joined today, man, by a guy I met here at Arte Suave in San Luis Obispo. A very awesome gentleman in the jiu-jitsu scene, and we were getting to chat a little bit before the show, and we got some mutual friends and a lot of common thought when it comes to a lot of things in this jiu-jitsu game. And I am thrilled to introduce to Grapplers Talk none other than Sensei Mike Moreno, man. What is up, brother? How are
Yo,
you
what's up,
doing?
bro? Thank you for having me, man. Super blessed.
Yeah,
To for you to have me on your fucking platform, man. But yeah, dude, super excited, man. We
yeah,
were
man.
talking about our boy IDJ and how a couple of our mutual friends fought back in the day, 559 fights. That was cool, you
Yeah,
know.
man.
Good cats.
I'm
But
I'm I'm blessed to have you on the show, man. And your personality really stands out to me, man. Like it's a truly like you're a great human being. Like just talking to you for a few minutes, like I was like, I
appreciate that,
like
man.
this
Thank you,
guy.
man. Appreciate you.
So
Yeah, yeah. It's like I said, you're good in my book too.
yeah.
Regardless of what they say about you. You're good, bro. You're good.
You got to have some haters out there, right? To know you're doing
The
something
haters are
right.
the haters are gonna come watch you fucking get knocked out, bro. They're gonna put an ass in the seat. That's what you need.
Yeah.
Gotta have them, bro.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
do. You,
without the haters, there's really no rivalries. You know,
that's right.
they
Somebody
gotta
said
be
it
there.
recently on the podcast. You got to have rivals. You got to have a rivalry.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. It pushes you. You know, if I like, I told this guy one time he came in, he's trying out different gyms here locally, and I was like, yeah, there's a lot of good gyms out here. You know, if everybody came to one spot, there would be no fucking competition. There would be nobody to compete against. Every gym makes each other better and we push each other because if we're lacking, they're going to exploit it. They're going to beat us. Now we got to go back to the drawing board, excuse me, and get better.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing. It's always a good thing for
Yeah.
sure.
Absolutely. Professor Mike, how did you get involved? I know you were wrestling at a very young age, and I just want to talk about
Yeah,
how you got introduced into wrestling at that young of an age. What pushed you to go that route? And we'll talk about your journey a little bit along the way.
sure, sure. So I started wrestling in Selma actually with Coach Haskell Hansen. When I was in fifth grade, I joined the junior high wrestling team. Technically wasn't supposed to do that, but my dad was actually really cool, friends with Haskell Henson and a couple of the guys that were there. And he one day came and was like, "Hey, you want to wrestle?" And at the time, I was like, big fan of WWE. So in my mind, I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna go jump off the top rope or something." You know what I mean? And then he brought me into the cafeteria with the mat on the floor, and everybody was doing these weird drills and with tight clothes, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? Like, the fuck is going on here, bro? Why are people doing this?" I had no clue. And I started wrestling. I kind of was a natural a bit, and I fell in love ever since. And like the first day. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was kind of weird, but I was like, this is pretty cool. And I went back the next day and I never stopped. No, I did actually. Actually, my seventh, no, my fifth, my sixth grade year, the following year, it got too hard for me. And I was like, I'm not gonna do this. And I quit for a week. And then everybody was like, hey bro, are you gonna be at the tournament? I haven't seen you at practice. And I was like, I quit. And everybody's like, oh, that sucks. We need you, blah, blah, blah. And I felt bad and I felt like I was letting everybody down. So I went groveling back to the fucking coach asking if I can join the team again. And reluctantly, he said, yeah, after doing a bunch of fucking sprints and doing a big ass speech, like, this is what you don't do because then you'll regret it. And so I was like, yeah, my bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I got back to the fucking team and yeah. Then I went to high school and I wrestled for Coach Nick Quintana in high school at Selma. And then my parents moved to Parlier in my sophomore year. And so I wrestled second semester of my sophomore year for Coach Jim Clifton, RIP. Him and Coach Nick Quintana both passed a while back, so RIP to them. But they played a really big, and Coach Haskell Henson. Those three guys played a really big role in my wrestling journey. And then after that, one of my buddies, George Evangelista, actually was wrestling at Fresno City and was like, "Yo, we need an extra guy to wrestle at I think it was 180 183s at the time." And I was walking around like 170, 175. They were like, "Yeah, just wrestle. At least we don't have to like give up the fucking spot because they didn't have anybody at all." So I was like, fuck it, I'll take the fucking spot. And I went to go wrestle at Fresno City. And that year we ended up winning a team state title. So we got a big ass fucking state championship, junior college state championship ring. And it was cool and everybody had fun. It was a great time. One of the better times of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then really good fucking memories with a lot of really cool people that a few of them I talk to now. Um, and then I started doing MMA and with George as well. George was like, "Yo, well, after this, why don't you fucking fight?" And he brought me over to Pacific Martial Arts with Jasper Tayaba and his brother Billy Evangelista and a bunch of other dudes. And that that's kind of where I met through Jasper and a bunch of other dudes is kind of how I met Isaac De Jesus and a bunch of fucking people, bro. And yeah, we started, you know, training and got really good at Muay Thai. And then I started doing fights. And
What was your
that was
goal at
kind of,
that time?
I
Like,
had no idea, bro. When I first started, I was like, I'm gonna start. And then Jasper took me to a smoker one time and I fucked this fool up, bro. Like it was in San Francisco. And I came back so fucking excited, bro, super fucking hyped, you know what I mean? Like stoked. And I told my dad about it and my friends and like and they were like, yeah, you should fucking do MMA. And I was like, fuck yeah, bro, I'm all in. Fuck this. I'm gonna fucking I'm gonna fight. Like that's gonna be my life. Like that's my whole fucking life. Like that's what I'm gonna fucking do. And I fucking from that point on, I was dead set on fighting in the big show. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna fucking fight in the UFC, kind of like what you were telling me. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm gonna fucking fight in the UFC. Sorry, my light went out for whatever reason, but
Okay.
I'm gonna fucking I'm gonna reset to my garage, but I'll keep talking to you.
No, you're
So I was
good.
like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking, you know, I'm gonna go to the UFC. That's what I'm gonna do. And my whole fucking mindset was set on going to the UFC. And so I started training and traveling up and down California looking for fucking good places to train and different people to train with. You know what I mean? I'd been training with Jasper for like like 10, 15 years already, like at least, bro. I've been training him for with him for a minute. And one day, I met this guy named Jaime Marcelo and Roy, and they kind of changed a lot of what I was going through. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so I started I started traveling more with them and going to different places. And I met a lot of people like I met Dean Lister, I met Jocko Willick,
Wow.
that's where I met your boy fuck is his name? I said I trained with him with Isaac,
McKenzie?
yeah,
McKenzie.
McKenzie.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. A bunch of fucking remember that the guy that he fought in the UFC? I can't remember his name, but they call his nickname was the janitor, old ass Russian dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
his nickname was the janitor. He was fucking bad, bro.
Yeah.
That fool kicked that I'll never forget that guy kicked the shit out of my fucking leg. Fucked me up, bro. That guy fucked me up. It was fucking, but he was cool.
But you're
Uh,
gaining experience training with guys like of that
yeah, bro, and
level, right?
it was super fucking cool, bro. And that's when I started like doing the Ultimate Fighter tryout. You know what I mean? And then I went to the Ultimate Fighter, and I met Uriah Faber there.
Yeah.
I seen a bunch of fucking guys who were in the UFC at the time, and I was like, oh shit, like, all right, this is where I'm gonna make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck all these guys here up. I don't give a fuck, whatever it takes. And I did the tryout. They liked me. They had me come back for a second interview and show like hit pads. They had me hit pads. They had me submit an interview video. And they had me do medicals. And in the medicals is when they did the MRI. That's when they found the blood clot in my brain. That's when I was like, fuck, shit. That's the end of my career.
What
Felt like the
was
rug was pulled out underneath me. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
Yeah, what was the doctor's like prognosis with the blood clot? Like, were they just saying like can it go away, or what was the status of it?
So the because I didn't have any symptoms or anything, their their conclusion was that I was just born with it. And it was inhibiting blood flow, you know what I mean? But not enough to where I was experiencing any kind of symptoms.
Okay.
So they said pretty much you got lucky by getting away with it and fighting for this long, but I don't think you should anymore.
Yeah.
Because if you get hit, it could turn into a brain aneurysm, and then I'm fucking stuck retarded for the rest of my life. So they
Yeah.
pretty much were like, being retarded, or take it for what it is and be glad that you're not already retarded, and like stop fighting. You know what I mean? I was like,
Yeah.
fuck. Not like all my eggs were put in this one basket, so I felt like robbed.
Well,
That's why I kind of was like, man, fuck life type shit. You know what I mean?
well, putting all that training and I mean, people that don't know MMA don't like understand what all goes into it, and it's your
Yeah, the
heart and your
sacrifice, bro. Like
soul and like
I
everything
was
you
living in
got,
fucking San
right?
Diego out of my truck, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like broke. Not like I was like I was lucky enough to know the guys across the street from the gym at they called it at the malt shop in San Diego across the street from the old Victory MMA where it burnt down. There's a place called the Malt Shop, and those guys were cool with a lot of the fighters at the gym and would sponsor a lot of them. And he was like, "Hey, bro, just if you're hungry, man, just come in. We'll feed you. That's what we can do for you to sponsor you." And so they would feed me every day. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I would take showers at the fucking gym and do my laundry at the gym. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or my buddy Rudy would let me crash on his couch. He's like, "Bro, go ahead, use my laundry." Shit like that, bro. But I
Yeah.
was just basically surviving off the kindness of strangers. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because I didn't really know them like that. And I was just blessed like that. You know what I mean? And just
Absolutely.
training every day. And it was a struggle, bro. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I felt like all that sacrifice was for nothing. But later on, I found out like, man, it wasn't for nothing. that was like, that was the character building. Like,
Yeah.
that was the toll to be like, well, how bad do you really want this shit? Like,
Yeah.
what are you willing to fucking sacrifice for your dream? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I
Yeah.
was willing to sacrifice anything, everything, bro. That I had at least, not no fucking Illuminati shit, sacrifice,
Yeah.
devil worship, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like my comfortability, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
willing to
Yeah.
sacrifice all that shit, and I did for a long time, but it didn't
Uh,
work out, and so now it kind of was just like now I'm okay. You know what I mean? I'm comfortable. I'm not rich, but I'm comfortable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I got my mats, you know what I mean? I got my
Yeah.
garage, I got my
Yeah.
fucking, I'm
Beautiful setup.
comfortable. You know what I mean? I'm comfortable, bro. Um, so
It's funny
that's
though, a lot of people they want to be great and they want to be the best at whatever it is, but like they really don't understand like to be the absolute best and to be the Gordon Ryan out there, like dude, he
he did the
sacrificed
same thing.
so much.
Did you see the podcast with him and Jake Shields?
Yes.
Yeah, what a great podcast, bro. And
Yeah.
he was talking about how he would commute from out of town,
Yeah.
from
Several
what was it,
hours.
Philly? Yeah, yeah. It was a long commute too because of the traffic. You know
Right.
what I mean? But he was willing to sacrifice everything. That's
Yeah.
the way I felt. So it resonated with me. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I was like, yeah, that's fucking right. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Three
And
hours one way to
I
sleep on
wish
the
at that
mats.
time I invested into my jujitsu the way he did. But my goal was different. My
Right.
goal was different. I was on a different path. My weakness was striking. Therefore, I invested that into striking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Later on in my career, now I'm investing into my grappling. But if I had the knowledge I have now in my fucking mid 20s, bro, oh my God.
Yeah. It'd be crazy, right?
Bro, bro, I'd have way more accomplishments.
Yeah.
Way more accomplishments, but we're
It's
all on a
wild.
different path. But
It's
I'm gonna
wild
come back,
though.
bro. My goal next year is I'm gonna do Master World, but I need to get my weight down.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to 190. I'm at like 220. I started at like 240. You know what I mean? But I'm
Yeah.
on my way. I was getting fat, bro. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck, I can't do this. And
Yeah.
so I'm definitely not fighting ultra 230 and up. That's
Yeah. That's pretty
fucking
big guy.
madness.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy. I'm not big enough to keep up with those big motherfuckers. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So um I'm gonna my goal is to walk around at 190, and then I think the weight class is like 196 or 198 or something like that. So with the gi on, I should be fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And make a solid run at it. No steroids, no steroids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All
Oh yeah.
natural. I don't fuck around with that. None of that. No.
How do you
Never have, never
feel
will.
about the athletes nowadays that openly talk about their steroid use and and what's your take on them doing it in competition when it's not a part of the rule set?
Right. So I'm not mad at them because everybody else is doing it, but at the same token, like if you got to do that to keep up, probably probably shouldn't be what you're doing for a living. You know what I mean? Like, but then again, I can't be mad at them because like just like when I was younger and I'm willing to sacrifice everything, they are also willing to
Yes.
sacrifice everything. You know what I mean? So I don't personally like the fact that in order to compete at the highest level, physically, you feel like you have to do it in order to do that. You know what I mean? Morally, my moral standard for me personally, and that's whatever, I'm not willing to sacrifice everything like I was back then. You know what I mean? Because I got
Yeah.
family and kids that mean more to me than to put my health on the line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is why I'm trying to be a lot more healthy than what I used to be. You know
Right.
what I mean? Um, so for me, I wouldn't ever do it, but I ain't hating on anybody that does. I
Yeah.
feel like it's a shame that people have to physically to keep up with them. It's such a double-edged sword. You know what I mean? Respect to everybody who doesn't though. You know what I mean? And still competes at the highest level. Those are diamonds in the rough. You know what I mean? They're
Straight
real
up.
gems. They're real
Do-
gems.
I'm
More respect to them than anything else though.
Do you think it's something that's kind of always been around our type of sport though? Like if you think about it back in the day with Pride, like everyone that fought over in Pride openly, like I
Mm,
mean, it was a part of the
yeah,
contract. We will not test for steroids, and I mean, obviously a lot of the guys did it, over there just to compete at the highest level. I mean, so it's something that's kind of always been lingering around our sport, and with
Mm,
MMA being so new, like 30 years old, right? And jujitsu widespread in the United States, and competitive jujitsu being as new as it is, I
right.
mean, it is something that kind of has always been, lingering in our industry and our sport.
I fucking love watching some juice jacked up motherfuckers beat the shit out of each other, bro. Fucking love that shit. America, motherfucker. Like,
Right?
I love that
Give me
shit,
some
bro.
Mark Kerr and some you know,
Yeah, Bob Sapp.
yeah,
You know
some
what I
Bob
mean? Like,
Sapp.
give me that shit. I will watch that shit all day. Put the fucking Ninja Turtle against him. The old school Alistair Overeem.
Yeah.
That fool was a fucking Ninja Turtle, bro. Remember that
Yeah.
motherfucker? Oh, fuck.
Ubereem.
Grr. Jacked. Love
Yeah.
that shit. Fucking love
Incredible.
it, bro. Love it.
Yeah. He looked
I
like a
think like,
different human, bro, from Pride when he fought Chuck
yeah,
Liddell to where he was in the UFC.
yeah.
Like a whole different human, bro.
I think they should do kind of a similar thing, bro. Like just to squash everything, is do like a all natural and like a open steroid use divisions. You know what I mean? Like two
Yeah.
separate divisions.
Yeah.
And like have everybody that's natural be tested to the fucking gills, like USADA tested or something. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? At the highest like black belt levels. Like if like a USADA ADCC and a fucking jacked ADCC.
Yeah.
Like open steroids, like we're not gonna test you. I promise you we won't. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, my buddy Chad, he's brought it up a few times. He calls it a Legends League, and he says
Mm,
just let the older guys do what they want,
I
whatever
like that.
gets them through. It's strictly just legends or old school guys, and they know what they're getting into. They know what they're signing up for. Let them juice, let them fight.
Mm.
Yeah. I think that's a
Fucking let them, bro.
yeah,
Let
let them
them.
do it, man. They want to do
Yeah,
it. Nothing can stop them. I think Andrei Arlovsky is still out there fighting and doing
yeah,
the damn thing in there.
yeah. It's like I said, bro. If you're willing, go for it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Fucking go for it, bro. Like
Yeah.
legacy is everything. It's just what you want your legacy to be.
Yeah.
For me, that's what I'm pushing toward. That's my ultimate goal, legacy. I want my fucking kids to look back and be like, that's my fucking dad right there.
Yeah.
And not look back and be like, oh fuck, that's my dad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. You want I mean, you don't want to not live your life to the fullest and be the
Right.
most. I mean, literally we're the only stop of our full potential, I
Yeah.
mean, we can as humans, dude, people
Are
are
you
sending
first
people to
generation?
space.
Are you first generation grappler?
Yes. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. I'm first generation grappler.
You,
And the crazy, you know what's fucking madness to me, bro? Is like I have uh I have a couple nephews and their uncle is also a black belt. And out of the four fucking boys, only one of them grapples.
yeah. It's
It's fucking
crazy.
crazy to me, bro. It's crazy to me, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, fucking pussies.
Yeah, it's wild, dude. Like, obviously being a
It's tough
dad
though,
now.
bro. It's tough. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you can push kids in like a negative aspect, in a bad
Yeah.
way, and
It's tough to fucking push them to do it.
yeah,
But at the same time, I'm like, motherfucker, just do it. You know what I mean? Trust me. Just trust me. Just fucking
yeah.
do it.
It
I'm
really
I'm a little
changes your
old school.
life.
I think I'm a little more old school. I'm like, stop being a bitch and come on.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? I'm not down with the fucking participation trophy shit.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I'm kind of rough. But in my older ages, I'm getting a little soft. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Before when I was younger, I didn't give a fuck. Like I really didn't. I would say a lot of shit I probably shouldn't say in front of people. And yeah, so
Ta-
but it is what it is.
Professor Mike, talk to me about your coaching style and how you developed it over the years and where you draw inspiration from.
Oh, man, that's a really good question. That's a really good question. Um, and it's kind of multiple part answer. My coaching style is depends really on who I'm coaching, right? So if I'm coaching fighters, it's no mercy. Like I'm kind of a dick at it. If I'm coaching beginners, I try my best to have a lot of fucking patience, but it doesn't happen all the time. You know what I mean? A lot of the time, um, I got a USA, or something like that. But I try my best, bro. I have kids, so I'm working on my patience. I think that's my probably my biggest flaw is patience. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But I'm trying.
Yeah.
Um, so my coaching style is kind of makes simple for me. Um, every week I do something different and I focus on something different. Okay. I have this wheel, the lesson plan wheel that I kind of follow. That's part of our six blades system and curriculum. And and so every week I kind of do something a little bit different. Sometimes it's offense, sometimes it's defense, and sometimes I'll give like a little bit. For example, I'll give an example. This week we're going over uh passing the guard. Okay, I'm gonna give every day three different guard passes, and everything I teach is in threes:
Yeah.
left, right, forward. You know what I mean? And then the what ifs
Yeah.
on the in between,
The
and there's always
variables.
three what ifs on every fucking pass. Like, okay, I'm gonna teach the knee slice this time.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I get a knee slice, I'm gonna cross step, square step, level change, slice, make sure my elbow's on the inside, and I control the inside position so that I can pass and not lose my connection all
Right.
the way through to my knee shield. Right now, what if I don't get the fucking inside position with my arm and he ends up with the knee shield? Or what if um, I pass and then they get their knee in the middle? What if they start to replace as soon as I pass? All these what ifs, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, then I got to do X, Y, Z, and through the week I kind of go through that whole little series. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then depends. Sometimes I can get through that in 2 days. So depends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who shows up and how consistent they are. Sometimes guys show up and this makes it challenging for me. Sometimes guys will show up in the middle of the week and this is their first day of the week.
Yeah. They're
So now I
lost.
gotta right. So now I gotta go back and reset. So what I do is I'll make the warm up uh 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 recall session. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Okay, let's warm up with this. So as everybody that's been there all week is fucking warming up with that, I'm taking the time to teach them and go over what exactly we're doing. It's a lot of information, but I tell them to focus on one that resonates with them
Yeah.
and try to really take away one at least if throughout the day. You know what I mean? That resonates with you, whether that be knee slice, Toriando, or over underpass or smash pass series
Right.
or something like I don't know. It could be anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever pass you like.
Well, the
Um,
other thing is that's good for review for the people that have already gone through it. It's nice to
right,
kind of go through it a little bit, touch on it, just to review it, to
right.
make
Then
sure they
then
still got it.
after the warm up, quote unquote warm up, right? It's really a review. Um, I don't know what happened right there. I guess, but after the warm up, um, I'll go over the technique, right? And the technique will pick up right from where we left off the day before, and I'll go over all the what ifs, if you will. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? After I went over the submissions. Okay,
Right.
now after the what ifs, let me go over the flip side. How do I defend against all these things? And so that would be the next day. And so by the end of the week, hopefully on Thursday, I can get into situation drills.
Right.
Okay, now somebody's passing, the other guy's not trying not to let him. So we're recovering and or keeping somebody from passing,
Yeah.
right? And we can do live situation drills. And then the next day, which is Friday usually is our open mat day, right? So I have a 5:30 to 6:30 fundamentals, which I'll go through and I'll have everybody ask me all the questions that they want to go over or review that we were going over through the week, which is perfect for all the people who are like their first day there. Boom, fucking beautiful right there, right?
Yeah.
And then the following hour, 6:30 to 7:30, we do all live rolling, right?
Yeah.
An
Yeah.
hour of submission grappling, and then 7:30 to 8:30 we do all MMA sparring. That's where a lot of those 2 hours on Fridays is where a lot of other gyms come in and cross train.
Yeah.
We have a ton of other gyms that come in and cross train with us, which is a super cool thing that we have going
Yeah.
over on Clovis. You know what I
It's
mean? We have. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no. I was just gonna touch on the fact that it's so important in MMA to cross train, right? To get
Right.
different looks. But nowadays, jujitsu, like, you cannot have enough bodies, right? With how creative and how jujitsu is a martial art of creativity, and
Yeah.
people can
Even
develop
if you
so
have a
many different.
shitload of people on the mat.
Yeah,
Even if you have a shitload of people on the mat.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could get the most out of it. And if you're always a
Absolutely.
student, man, that's what it's about.
Forever white belt.
Right, right.
Mhm.
So Sensei Mike, talk to me about like some of the challenges you've had along the way of coaching. Like, has there ever been anyone who just wasn't picking up jujitsu and you had to say, look, buddy, like maybe go home for a while, like come back
Fuck.
down the road, or anything like that ever happened to you as a
I've
coach?
never, well, this I'm getting
This is
flashbacks right
grapplers
now.
talk, baby.
Yeah, I'm getting some flashbacks right now, bro. Okay, okay, let me rewind here. I have this guilty pleasure. My guilty pleasure is watching Hell's Kitchen with
Okay.
Gordon. You fuck with Hell's
Yeah.
Kitchen,
Oh,
Gordon
fuck yeah.
Ramsay?
Yeah.
Okay, if you ever watch Hell's Kitchen, um, he's fucking constantly yelling at these guys in the fucking back, the cooks, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's this one Indian dude named Raj. He fuck, bro. Go and watch like Raj, the best of Raj from Hell's Kitchen. Like YouTube that shit, bro. And that guy is the guy that I was teaching. Like literally, bro. If you know, you know. But I was just like, bro. I mean, I don't really want to get into it too much personally, but such a fucking great soul of a guy, like
Yeah.
really good dude, but fucking retarded. I was like, and we all have a retarded side. Like when we're doing jujitsu, like my armbar on the right, fucking tits. But when I go to my left, retarded. You know what
Right.
I mean?
Everyone has a good and bad side. You're very right.
Right. Right. I call it the retarded side. I'm not politically correct at all. Like I'm hella not politically correct. But um yeah, that I've had an experience with. I've had an experience with kids as well, which I can't teach anymore because again, I have this issue with patience. And like with my kids, I can be like, "Hey, motherfucker, what are you doing?" I can't do that with somebody else's kids. Like
Yeah.
it's not right. That's not right. You can't do that. You know what I mean? So I have my guy Alejandro Avalos, Stillmatic, um, the guy who's fighting this Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Such a great fucking dude with kids, bro. All the patience in the world.
You really got to
Super
have
fucking.
that.
Oh my god, bro. And he makes it fun for them. And we have PJ Reyna, the guy that was
Competing at
at,
Arte Suave. Yeah.
he's also one of our kids' coaches. And we have Jacqueline Austin, who's one of our purple belts, female. She's amazing with the kids. She's the mean coach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's super nice, but like you got to have one asshole. You know what I mean? And it's cool because it's a female, and she gives that fucking mom look like, "Hey, motherfucker," and they're like, "Oh shit," you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Yeah.
so it's cool,
Sometimes
man.
that
It's
works a
cool.
little bit better with the kiddos, having
Yeah,
that mom
especially with the
figure.
yeah, exactly, bro. The female can get away with a little bit more like stern look,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
hey, put them in line real quick. You know what I mean? But she's really good with the kids too, man. Those three, bro, knock it out of the fucking park with the kids. They're so good, bro.
Yeah.
I just couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like I'm okay with teenagers because I can resonate with them and talk some shit with them. And the parents are a little bit more like, no, they've heard way worse than that. Don't
Yeah.
trip, coach. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, cool. And all like everybody at the gym knows, they know me. Like I'm unapologetically myself.
Yeah.
Like I'm just me. I can't
Yeah.
help it. You know what I mean? It's just me. And we have a cool, family friendly, super, super cool fucking students at the gym, super good parents. We got cool coaches there, man. I love my gym fam. And we just continue to build, bro. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
I can't say anything. I mean, we got some dirt bags. Like when I say dirt bags, I mean like I got a guy that likes to do wrist locks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got a guy who likes to fucking attack the legs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like who likes to do the dirt bag moves. You know what
Oh
I mean?
yeah.
Like we got those, but there are dirt bags. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we love them. We love them.
Yeah, no, you got to have
It's
them,
cool.
man. That's part of
Yeah.
the game too, man. They're just as much needed. Tell me a little bit of about your culture, right? Like, you talk about being
Mm.
that like coach, right?
We're like the redheaded stepchild, bro. The
Yeah.
black sheep of the family. Like not a lot of people fuck with us,
Yeah.
but they call us when they're in trouble.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? That's kind of us. We got a lot of misfits, man, in the gym. A
Yeah.
lot of misfits, bro. But like a lot of different walks of life, bro. Um, guys that are a little rough around the edges, and guys who are a little bit more blue collar, and
Yeah.
guys who come from rough backgrounds, and police officers, and
Yeah.
students who studying to be doctors and lawyers, like just straight fucking athletes coming out of high school, like all walks of life. I mean, we got social workers that are there, and
Yeah.
guys who like just want to fight. You know what I mean? We got teenagers who are like, oh my God, they see some of the fighters that they look up to, and their dream is just to make it to the big show and fight. It's just a different walks of life, bro.
What other
Um,
sport do you think, or what other hobby, or whatever you want to call it, can bring together those kinds of different walks of life? Like we're talking people with, I mean,
man,
gang
I
ties
don't
to
know. No, for real,
computer
bro. Like
nerds, right?
we got guys who have big old bulldog tattoos on their back, like a couple of them.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And we got them from all different teams, the blue
Right.
team, the red team. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it don't matter,
It,
but all of them get along at the gym. You know what I mean?
yeah.
We got law enforcement at the gym. They all get along and we all respect each other. I tell everybody all the time, like whatever in your personal life, like whatever, bro. Leave that shit at the door though. Like when you
Yeah.
come, when you're here, like that shit stays here, bro. Like we're here, we're family here.
Yeah.
Let's have each other's back at least. You know what I mean? We're all family men and women. Like we all got to go to work tomorrow. Like don't be an asshole. Like
Yeah.
and if you are and you can't control your anger, this ain't the place for you, bro. Get the fuck out. I'll tell
Yeah.
them straight up, bro. Like I don't want your money. Get the fuck out. Because
Yeah.
this is not the place for that. Like it's just not. We want everybody comes here to the gym to have fun and smile and get good vibes. And like it's their, I hate to use the word, but it's their safe space. It's
Yeah.
their, I come here to fucking feel good. You know what I mean? Place and talk shit. It's our clubhouse
It's
type
like a
shit.
sanctuary, right?
Yeah, bro. It's like this is where I come to fucking have fun and kick it instead of like the bar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everybody has their spot. We come here because we're trying to learn, get better ourselves as people, not only on the mat or in the boxing ring
Right.
or just doing the hit class, like because we do everything. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Um,
I saw a tour recently of
as
someone
people.
going through your gym while you guys were live in action, and you guys have a
Yeah.
beautiful facility.
Thank you, bro.
they
Appreciate that.
they were going through, they showed like at the same time you were teaching a class, we had a couple beginners teaching a class in the back, and all kinds of
Yeah.
different things going on, right? All at
Yeah.
once, but you guys have a big facility that can
We
harbor that
do.
kind of environment. That's fantastic.
Yeah. We're blessed. Jason Kraft, he's actually the owner. Shout out to Jason Kraft because that guy, man, that guy's probably one of like the best guy I've ever worked for. Jason Kraft. Hands fucking down, bro. He doesn't micromanage us. He lets us run our program the way we want to run our program. So long as he's not getting fucking complaints about some stupid shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, we try to be all respectful as possible. You know, sometimes we get a Karen here and there, you know what I mean? I mean, everybody's gone through that shit. This shit fucking happens. You're parking on my parking space or some
Yeah.
bullshit like that, you
Yeah.
know? But other than that, bro, he lets us do our thing, man. You know what I mean? And he's provided us with all the tools we could ever ask for. I mean, we got a ring. We got the facility itself is like 10,000 square feet, and we
Yeah.
got like 7,000 square feet of mat space, tons of fucking tie bags and a boxing ring, boxing bags in the front, weights, a turfed off area for our hit class. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? We have multiple classes, like you said, going on at the same time. We usually have between 2 and 3 classes going on at the same time. It didn't even get our back, uh, our back area. We have another back outside area that we're working on. It's a work in progress right now. I have like a 26-foot cage that we used to use at the 559 fights. Um, that we're looking to kind of put up over there in the back. Not sure how yet,
Yeah.
logistically speaking, but we would like to put it up back there. Hopefully here in the near future, and add to what we're already doing at
Yeah.
Dethrone. You know what I mean? We have 2 locations. Our other location just got a facelift recently. Fucking beautiful location, bro. Um, about the same amount of mat space, about the same size facility, but
Where's that one
everything's
located?
on Sean Marks. It's on
Okay.
the other side of Fresno. So we're
Okay.
on the Clovis side of Fresno, right across the street from the airport,
Okay.
literally on Clovis Avenue and Clinton. And then the other gym is on Sean Marks, right next door to Fresno PD. Um, and they have usually about 3 classes going on as well, but they got the nice that's where our wrestling program is headed up. So they got huge wrestling mats, padded walls all the way around. Same thing, big turf area with weights and up to state of the art treadmills and row machines and aerodyne bikes, like cool ass fucking shit, bro. Beautiful facility,
Yeah.
spring loaded mats. You know what I mean? All the fucking
All the
goodies and
bells
bells
and
and whistles.
whistles. Yeah.
Yeah, bro, it's fucking badass. Love that. I love that fucking spot personally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They have an open mat every Saturday that a lot of us go to at 11 a.m. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Beautiful fucking place to be, bro. Love
Yeah.
that spot. Great fucking people there. Very welcoming environment. Great coaching staff. Awesome black belts there, bro. Shout out to Nick, the Brick, Bustamante, and all those guys out there. They do a really good job out there.
Yeah.
Really good job. Got a bunch of high level students. You know what I mean? Good people.
Yeah.
Great people out there.
It seems like Mike, you're a part of a good family in the Dethrone family, and it seems like you guys have a really
Yeah.
good thing going. And as you evolve and as you grow in this sport, obviously age becomes a factor.
Mm,
Competitiveness and all that eventually does go away at some point.
right.
Where do you see the future of your coaching path going down the road? Like, do you eventually want to open up an affiliate gym or just keep doing your thing, or where do you see like the future far down the road from now?
Well, I don't know. Way like I don't know how far, but I don't know, maybe 10 years from now, if that, you know what I mean? Maybe more. I would ultimately like I would like to have just a jiu-jitsu academy. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
would like to do that and get away from uh the MMA chaos.
Yeah, the fighters.
Uh Man, it's fucking they can be divas, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's a lot of investment with a lot of cool memories and I love fighting, bro. You know what I mean? But it's a lot of work, bro. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It takes a lot of work. And I want to get back to just what I love, which is just grappling. You know what I mean? And focus on that. But I would never want to leave Dethrone in a in a position to where they have to find somebody to fill in. You know what I
Right.
mean? And
Right.
I don't want to, if you know, when you leave somewhere, your students are going to want to go with you, and I don't want to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want I want to like for Dethrone to continue to thrive. You know what I mean? So if I could like have a couple black belts by then, you know, take over the program and continue the program and create a following of their own and and you know continue the program without any kind of hiccups, you know what I mean, just
Yeah.
fluidly,
Yeah.
then and comfortably, then I would feel comfortable and and be able to like open my own place, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Or move on or whatever it is, right? Move on to the
Right.
next venture.
I would my next venture would be essentially to open just a submission grappling academy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just that. I just want to focus on that. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's where my heart is. I love MMA, but that's under the circumstances of a lot of shit that's, you know, gone on. It's just too much politics, bro. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And I
I
just
feel
don't
you.
like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so eventually I would like to do that, which would open up um, more time for me to spend with, to invest in my family. Because ultimately, um, that's going to be my legacy in
Yeah.
my kids. And what, what, what kind of product am I going to produce? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? At
Right.
home. Because that's really what matters most to me. My wife and kids, that's my legacy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I mean, you can call that a legacy or not, but that's so to some people it might not be, but for me, that's my legacy.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
and you know, what I poured my heart and soul into outside of my family would be my grappling career. I would like to compete a little bit more in my older age. And to be able to do that, I got to kind of get away from coaching a little bit more.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you can't do both.
Yeah.
It's almost impossible.
As a coach myself, I have so much passion for my students. It's hard for me to get myself in that zone. I'm more worried about what they're doing and where they're
Mm-hmm.
making their mistakes. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I have enough mat time. I know what's going on, right? I'll fix it, whatever. But it's hard for me to really get that passion. I'm so passionate about my students nowadays. So,
I want them to win more than they want to win themselves.
right,
And
right.
I'm heartbroken when I see them lose like to stupid shit.
Yeah.
Stupid shit. Like I don't mind us losing. Like that's gonna happen. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? But like when we do it to stupid shit, I'm heartbroken. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, oh, I just my mind wasn't right, or I pulled guard when they shot on me.
Yeah. I
Like
let the nerves get
strategic
the best
shit.
of me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Like oh, I forgot how to escape the mount. Like,
Yeah.
bro, like we went literally drilled that shit for fucking hours.
Yeah.
You go blank when the lights hit. You know what I mean? That to me is stupid shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm not mad. It's just heartbreaking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it makes me it's I'm sad. You know what I mean? It's
Well,
not anger, it's just sad.
you probably feel like any coach does is that it's a product of you in a sense, right? Like it's a product of your work and coaching and
Yeah.
putting and investing your time
Feel
into
like I
them.
failed.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Yeah. Feel
So
like I failed. I'm like, fuck,
yeah,
fucking failure.
It can
It
be
hurts, bro.
tough, man. Yeah.
To lose hurts me more than it hurts my students. I feel like because like every time I see them lose, it feels like that to me, like I failed. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Not it's my because that's my job. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? That's my job. I didn't prepare you the way I should have.
Yeah.
But cry myself a river, build a bridge, and get the fuck over it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like what the fuck are you gonna do? I
I
gotta just keep moving forward. If I quit now, I'm fucked.
right. You put
It's
too
the
much into it at this point, right?
it's the fighters podcast, right?
Grapplers talk, man.
The
You can say
grapplers
whatever.
talk
Yeah.
podcast, right? All
Yep.
right. It's because man, getting fucking sad over here. I don't want to get too fucking like,
All
nah,
right,
I'm
I'm
not.
gonna fire
I'm just
you
playing.
up for a quick second,
All right, all
Professor.
right, all right,
All
all right.
right, man. The internet, the jujitsu community, they're losing their fucking mind, right? Everyone that's put in a lot of time and energy on the mats are putting out all these crazy posts. There's a
What's the talk?
gentleman.
What's the
There's a
talk?
gentleman who is a very rich man.
Oh God.
He goes
Oh
by the
God.
name Moneyburg. I told you I'm gonna work you up, Professor. He goes by the name Moneyburg,
Fucking shit. That guy.
and he was able to achieve something that not even a 1% of black belts out there achieve, like
Oh
a less
God.
than 1% of black belts out there
That
achieve.
motherfucker kind of pisses me off because
Let it out, brother.
oh, he makes me mad because like I don't know. It's personal for me, right? It's
Yeah,
personal for me because it took me years, bro. I don't know. I started in like 2000, conservatively, I'd say like 2005.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And I've been a black belt now. This is my seventh year as a black belt. Okay.
yeah,
So, I mean, 20 years to get my black belt. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Ish. And that's that I got to Eduardo. I had my brown belt.
yeah,
And he made me wait. That motherfucker made me wait. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I I I won Pan Am's. I double gold at Pan Am's. I won Worlds. You know what I mean? I was winning a fucking everything I could, and still nothing. And then
yeah.
finally, he was like, "Okay, I can't deny you anymore." You know what I mean? So like for me, I'm like, "You fucking fat fuck!" Like, bro, you fucking fat fuck. How the fuck? And then you know what, bro? I have a buddy, super real man, probably one of the better dudes in my life that I know. His name is Russell Kairouz, and he knows Jake Shields personally. So I'm gonna hit him up now that you remind me. I'm gonna call him after we're done, and I'll be like, bro, talk to your boy. What the fuck is going on with this
Yeah.
shit?
What's up with
If he
Moneyburg,
paid
man?
him, bro, if he paid him, just say you fucking paid him.
Yeah,
And fucking, I ain't gonna be mad anymore. But stop with the fucking bullshit, bro, and saying he's legit.
yeah.
He's fucking good. He knows what he's doing. Let me get the fuck on the mat with him and see what the fuck he can do.
A
If
lot
I
of
can get,
people
let me,
want that
I want to get on the
opportunity.
fucking mat with him, bro. I want to get on the fucking mat with him, bro. Because the
Yeah,
mat don't lie, right?
right, right.
The mat don't lie.
Yeah,
Let me see, motherfucker, you fat fuck.
yeah, dude. The thing about it, okay, is it's one thing to get it, but he hasn't been humble in any way about getting it.
How the
Okay.
fuck are all these people endorsing him, though, bro?
Everybody's
What
endorsing
the
him.
fuck is going on?
It,
How
it
much did they
it's
pay him?
it's the Epstein of legit of jujitsu, bro. Like I see he's got a list on all these guys. Everybody that you see wearing a Moneyburg shirt is on the list,
Damn,
bro. No, I'm
bro.
kidding. I'm totally kidding, but
Damn.
I'm
No,
totally
I
kidding.
know.
But
Allegedly. Allegedly.
it's just it's very odd, and I
Yeah,
heard
yeah.
him in
It's
an
fucking
interview the
crazy
other
to me.
day say something along the lines of man, it was really weird. He was like, yeah, I was able to achieve that because I'm smarter than most people, and I work harder, and I built my own gym and my own facility, and
He
I
might be
just
smarter than me, but like he's not physically more athletic or capable. I
Yeah.
promise you that. I know some really smart motherfuckers,
Yeah.
and they pick up shit quick. You know who I got? I mean, fuck, I don't even care, bro. But like Indians and Asians come into my gym, and I don't know what the fuck it is, but those motherfuckers are smart. And everything I tell them, they pick up fucking fast. They're like so fucking fast, bro. Then
Yeah.
I get some of my fellow Mexicans, bro, fucking retarded, but they don't quit. They got heart than a motherfucker. The stereotype is real. You know what I mean? They're strong, they're hard workers, they don't fucking stop, they're consistent, and they're some of my best students. You know what I mean? Then I
Yeah.
get these fucking freaky athletic black guys that come in and they just everything I fucking show them, they're retarded, but they're fucking physically capable and so athletic that it makes up for it. And I'm like, motherfucker, and I talk shit all the time in the gym, bro, all the time. And I go, my hate knows no bounds. Like I don't give a fuck. I'm like an equal opportunity hater. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I just don't give a fuck. Like I said, I was really bad when I was younger. I talked a lot of shit, but man, they all this Moneyburg guy, bro, he's none of that. None of that. Just money. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Fuck that guy.
Yeah, I just don't know
Tell him
what
I
it
said
is,
it, bro.
man.
Fuck that guy.
I don't know what it is, man. I know a lot of people have come out.
Okay,
We've even had
I got
Hoist Gracie come out and endorse the guy. We've had Gordon
what?
Hoist Gracie has come out and said
The
you earned
fuck?
it. You earned it was Hoist Gracie's exact quote.
Okay,
And
okay, okay.
so for me, in my mind, like it's like, how do you really like
Okay, let me ask this because there's a side to that, which is the Gracie University system. How you can get your belt rank online by completing X amount of courses or whatever. Have you heard of
yes,
that?
yes, yes, I have.
Yeah.
That's been
I
going, that's
mean,
started catching some wind. Heath Pedigo actually had something like that going down in 2020,
I
2021
can
or something like
I can
that.
see that. I can see that, but nothing beats somebody with you going through that. Now, I can see that this guy has the money to do that plus have somebody there with him like on the regular basis traveling. He has the money to just fucking do that. Like fuck you money. But I don't think he's going to be I think he's just too fat to be physically capable of doing it, bro. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And I want to see him. I want to see some flows.
Did you
And
see
the
him
videos
lose?
that are on here that are
Yeah.
online, they're old, right?
Well,
They're
they're
not even
kind of
recent, are
they're
they?
sporadic. There's a few
I mean,
he's
old
posted.
relatively speaking, because it's only been 3 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what was it like 6 months ago? Like, how much better could he have gotten in 6 months, though?
Yeah. Man, dude. You know, there's that famous picture of Helio Gracie with the I
With the
think
blue
you
belt
have
or the
it
white
hanging
belt?
I think you have it hanging up
This
in your
one?
yeah, that one right there.
Yeah.
And I seen somebody posted a picture with Moneyberg's face cropped and they said 3.5 years from now. And I found some humor in it, man. Like,
Oh,
I mean,
damn, that's fucking hilarious.
he is on an incredible pace, dude. Like 3.5 years, dude, is the best of the best, and it's really like you have to prove a
I want to see
lot.
him. I want to see him at least go compete IBJJF Master Worlds or something. I mean, how
Yeah,
old is the guy? He's in his 30s, right?
he might even be older than that, dude.
Yeah, even if he's in his 50s, go. I want to see him go do a competition. Go do an open. Hell, go do a grappling X.
Hey, dude, if Zuckerberg's willing to put it on the line, the Facebook guy, you know, then
Right,
why can't Moneyberg?
right, right.
Maybe
Hey,
we got a
Cuckberg
super
has
fight there.
yeah. Cuckberg has a fucking enough money to have done the same thing, bro.
Yeah,
And I could see a lot of his kind of mentality and thinking change since he's been doing jujitsu because jujitsu changes people,
it
bro.
does.
It
It
has
does.
jujitsu is the cure of the ego.
Yes, he's dressing different. The way he
100%.
holds himself is different,
Right. The way he
right?
talks, the
His
way you
confidence
can tell the way
level.
he's thinking. He's
Yeah.
like, no,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's Jiu-Jitsu's starting to fucking change them, bro.
And he's with a legit like, and I'm not saying that Moneyberg's not training with legit people. He
But I
definitely
don't
has
think he's
paid with
legit
the
training
best
though.
of the best,
He's
but
not. It's that he's not. It's not that he's not training with legit people. It's that he's legit not training. That's what I think, bro. You know
let
what I'm
me
saying?
ask you this. How do you feel about people that only step foot in a private setting holding a belt rank? I mean, they never go to a jujitsu class. They only have ever done a private lesson. Do
I
you
have a
think
couple of those.
do you think
I have
that
a
you
couple of
should
those.
be on an elevated system? Like, I mean,
No,
that's pretty
no,
intense.
no. I go by. The thing is that like they're gonna have to roll with me all the time. You know what I mean? And it's not cheap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Plus, in my experience, their schedule doesn't open them to train as consistently. In my experience, because the guys that can afford that just don't have the time to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're always on the grind. Um, as far as like when they hold rank or like if they should be on an elevated system or whatever, it's gonna be dependent on them. The way I do it is like um, it's consistency, competition, or the ability to do the technique. Because those are the three categories that really play into factor. And you can break those three categories down even more, right? But those are the basic three categories that play a factor when I think about any kind of promotion. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Um, so if somebody's uh like doing a lot of private lessons, I challenge them sometimes, and I'm like, okay, show me without me reviewing it, like maybe the next day or a week down or a month down. Show me the armbar from the closed guard. Show me the armbar. Which one? Anyone. Just show me an armbar. I just want to see what they know. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And which
Absolutely.
armbar they're gonna go for. You know what I mean? And how they're gonna approach it. See if they know the mechanics. And oh, okay, that was pretty good. Okay, show me. Okay, now show me a scissor sweep. Show me a scissor sweep. What you gonna do, scissor sweep? Okay, show me a hip bump sweep. And some basic. I have a curriculum that I go. You gonna have it on my wall? No, I don't have it on my wall. But we have a curriculum of basic techniques that you should know as a blue belt. And
Yeah.
it's just some really basic shit, bro. How to escape the mount. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hip escape.
Yeah.
Really basic shit, bro. One uh one way to pass the guard, one way to sweep, how to replace the guard. You know what I mean? From side control, from the
Yeah.
mount, from half guard. You just basic shit, bro. You know what I mean? To survive, right? And those are kind of the guidelines that I will ask them. And depending on what they know, I challenge them a little bit more and a little bit more. And if I'm satisfied with like, oh, this guy knows pretty decent amount, you know, at the next belt promotion, I'll remember that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'll move them up accordingly. You know what I mean? Or some of them I won't move them up at all. They weren't consistent. They showed
Yeah.
up to the belt promotion, but they were not consistent. And I'll tell them straight the fuck up. You weren't consistent. You were missing a lot of fucking a lot of class. I take roll call, so I
Yeah.
know. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And I'm there every fucking day. And let me see. And they're like, "Oh, I was here." Okay. And then I'll in front of everybody, I'll put them on the spot if they want to question it. Show me the armbar from the closed guard. Show me this. Show me that. Boom, boom. Show me this shit. Prove to me you know it.
Yeah.
One mistake. You see, missed it. You know what I mean? Boom. That's how I do it. You know what I mean? I don't give anything easily, bro. You ask everybody, I'm shiesty with my shit, if anything. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck. You can call my guy a sandbagger. That means your guy fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I hold him to my standard.
Right.
My standard is fucking perfection or nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't I don't I don't just give that shit out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
man.
it's annually. We have our annual belt promotion. Some people are like, "Oh, you only do it at a certain time. So if I show up, I'm gonna get a stripe." Not necessarily. You know what I mean? It depends. I got to look at your attendance. I got to, because I go over everything I'm going to do. And let me see if you fucking know the blue belt curriculum, or at least what the fuck the system is. If you don't
Right.
know shit, I'm not going to give you shit. If
No.
I could tell you've been picking up because you've been consistent and you know some shit, and I see you actually showing your partner how to do it, I'm like, oh, this motherfucker's been paying attention. I
Yeah.
might give you two stripes instead of one. You know what I mean? It just
Yeah.
depends on the person.
It's definitely a skill-based martial art, and you
Absolutely.
you have to have the skill. Like you have to be able to show that you have the skill. And I think that's where everyone gets so angry because he achieves this huge, like, I mean,
Mm.
dude, I mean, he's the top
I see
three,
your point
right?
there. That's a ooh, I like that. I like that point
Everyone
you're
is
making there.
very, very upset. Like no one's seen him prove anything.
And that's
Like,
why I'm upset. That just fucking clicked for me, bro.
yeah.
Nice, good. That was
He is an
like
unproven
that.
soldier out there representing jujitsu and all these guys that, I mean, including myself,
I
20
feel
years
like
it
it's
took
stolen
me.
valor, right?
Yes, yes, it
Yeah, that's how I
does.
feel. That bro. Fuck.
Yeah.
You hit the nail on the fucking coffin, bro.
It's
Fucking stolen jujitsu valor, bro.
yes, yes.
That's
So,
how it feels for me.
yeah.
Oh my God. That's perfectly put.
Yeah, it's wild though, but I
Wow.
mean, hopefully like this doesn't become a regular thing, and I think it really diminishes our sport tremendously
I would
hearing
agree.
about those things.
I got another question for you. This is gonna change
Yes.
topics, so
Yeah. Okay.
you can answer me this. What's your I'm pretty excited, but on the Craig Jones Invitational situation,
Yes. Yes.
what do you think about it competing with ADCC? I don't know if it's the same day this year, but last year it was. And what do you think about Craig introducing that big money prize? And what do you think about him switching it up to teams this year? Oh, my bad. There's one more. I'm sorry. There's a lot of questions in
Yeah.
one. How do you think what do you think about the format, the 5 3 minute rounds format?
I There's a
Or
lot
three
to
5 minute
unpack there.
rounds. Yeah, I
Start
know. I'm
I'm gonna
sorry.
start with the 3 5 minute rounds. I absolutely love it. And
Agreed. I would
I
agree.
think that the open scoring with the 3 5 minute rounds is almost even better, right? I've seen some do open scoring where like you legit
100%
know
agree.
where you
100% agree.
stand and everyone in the building knows where you stand. There's no question,
Yo,
right? So
100 fucking
I
percent agree.
and I really like the number who's number one where they'll be like judges are favoring this guy
Favor.
right now.
Red.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
let them know like hey, you're looking like shit out there. You got to go move. You got to do something different.
Do some shit.
So I absolutely love that. Going against ADCC, I think you touched on it earlier. You need a rivalry, right? And if you
Mm.
go unchallenged, then everyone knows like the product just becomes kind of shit over time and gets a little
Do you think
stale and
it's
a little
not?
stagnant.
Do you think the value of having that ADCC title is a bit diminished because of that?
I don't. I still think you still have to go out there and you have to win a very prestigious tournament on a very high level. So I think everything it takes to do that, like, yeah, it may not have the same competitors, but to go out there and perform at that high level on that big of a stage is something you still have to get through. So it may diminish it just
Right.
a tad, but it still is something to be proud of, you know? I don't
Absolutely.
think it's something to shake your head on by any means, but I love the competition aspect of it, and I
That
think that
part.
it's gonna elevate ADCC over
They're
time.
gonna
You
they're gonna
hear,
help each other.
yeah, you hear they're making changes already. They've made a lot of different talks of rule
They
changes,
up
and
the price,
yep,
right?
yep, it's already helping. So, and I think that was the original goal in Craig Jones doing this whole thing was just to get the fighters more money, and
Mm-hmm.
it seems like
I
it
ain't
was
mad at
very
them for that shit.
successful. Yeah, seems like it was
Yeah.
successful. Now you talked about the quintet, and the quintet is something I'm my first experience seeing a live one was at that Arte Suave we were both at, which I thought went pretty well. My idea is I think there can be some minor rule changes to the quintet style to make it a little bit more fan friendly, a little bit more entertaining. Add a little bit more of a WWE vibe to it. That would
You
make
mean
it
like a tag team?
almost, yeah. Like I think that's
What are you
kind
thinking?
of
What are you thinking? Throw it on there. Lay it on the line.
well, you got five guys, right? And I'm an old school wrestling fan, and I grew up in the 80s and 90s and all that fun stuff. So Survivor Series was a big deal, right? And I think you go
Royal Rumble?
Survivor Series, right? It was 5-on-5, two teams, and you go in there, and as someone gets tapped, they're eliminated. So it could be 1-on-5 and he has to tap all five guys to get him out,
Right.
or
I
it
think
could
that's the way
be.
they did it last. Or
I,
have you
I
seen the actual? Okay, there's on YouTube. There's the actual event called Quintet, right? And they're doing something very similar to what you're talking about.
yeah,
And essentially, and then they had different categories. Like essentially, sorry, I'm kind of back and forth right now,
it's
but
all good.
essentially, it was what you just described, and um, I would go in there and there were blind rosters right before, right? So you never knew who you were going to go up against. And if I submitted them, then I stayed in. The other guy goes out. I have 30 seconds, and then next match is starting, right? 30 seconds in between matches, and then if I get him, yada yada yada. Now, if nobody got a submission, both of them were out. If at the end it was a tie, then the team captains would have to fucking duke it out. Now they
Yeah,
did have a stipulation to where like if one guy was X amount of weight heavier than the other guy, he would have to last less time. So the match would be a shorter amount of time. Unless
hmm,
the smaller guy was like, nah, I'm down. Fucking let's do it. Put the
yeah,
whole time. You know what I mean? The shorter guy pretty much got the opt in or opt out. Craig Jones went on there and had a run where he took out like 90% of the team until the last guy or something like that
yeah.
on
See,
the
I think
quintet.
I think there can be some minor rule changes in there to make it just a tad bit better, right? Or
Yeah,
or make it a little
absolutely.
bit more flowy, right? To where because keeping up with all the different like ideas and rules, like it can be a lot for people at home. So
Yeah,
I think that it could be cleaned up a little bit, but I love the quintet style. I think I'd like to see more of it in the local scenes, and I think it's starting to get popular and pop up a little bit more nowadays. So we're probably got to get used to it now. Is what I'll
yeah,
say.
yeah. How about I got one more for you. How about
Yeah,
the and I'll tell you I'm a big fan of it right now. The um uh stage, I don't know what you would
the
call it.
slanted walls.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
at the of the CJI.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of it, bro. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I like it because it forces the guys to kind of like fall back in toward the middle of the mat, right?
Yeah.
It makes you have to like if okay, because a lot of the times, a lot of the reason why people would fall out is because somebody would shoot a double and they would kind of sprawl, but not all the way, and they would be backing up all the way until they fell out of the mat or
Yep.
out of bounds, and they would end up in the front row, right?
Mm-hmm.
In this way, if you go too far, your feet kind of get tripped up and you fall and you end up falling back and then you slide down. Gravity's on your side now,
Right.
right? So you end up on the mat anyway.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I
It
really like it.
I love it, and I think that for you and I, who's been around some time now, that like we gotta just accept that this may be the future of a lot of tournaments, a lot of
Hey,
the
the U
bigger
the
ones.
UFC accepted it.
Yep, and they're the
They
biggest
pretty much
ones.
copied
Like,
it.
yeah, they're the biggest ones, and if they're doing it, like I was talking to somebody just recently, and where we're at with UFC BJJ. And I think they're just about to put the second one out, right? UFC
Yeah.
BJJ number two.
If they keep going, they're gonna be killing it,
Oh
bro. They're
my
gonna take over
gosh,
the
yeah.
whole fucking scene, bro.
Dude, we're at
All these guys
UFC
that are doing
1.
competitive, that are doing fucking tournaments anywhere else, bro,
Yeah.
they're gonna they're gonna want to do it at the UFC. It's literally gonna be like the MMA scene, but in grappling.
What's crazy is it gives guys like you and I an opportunity to still get to the UFC that aren't doing the MMA bullshit anymore, that maybe don't
Hmm.
have the love for fighting like they used to, that just solely dedicated their lives to jujitsu. It still gives us a shot, or guys like us a shot at getting to the UFC, to the
No,
big
no,
show,
you're
right?
right. Us,
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah,
Us,
straight
you're
up.
right.
Yeah. So I,
You're
I
right.
I love it, man. It gives people a different route to get there, and there's a lot of guys out there who don't like to get punched, and for
Mm.
whatever reason, right? And I think of there's tons of them out there that would have been great jujitsu stars back in the day, right? The
Mm.
Dave Terrells, and they didn't need to fight. They were so good at jujitsu, right? But there wasn't an
Right.
avenue for it. Now there is. Now it's the UFC. Hopefully they could put out some big dollars and they don't have people complaining of pay and this and that. I'm tired of hearing about fighter pay. I'm tired of the UFC getting sued every couple years over fighter pay. People know what they're
Mhm.
signing up for. They sign the contract. That's what the payment is. You either agree to it or
Right.
you don't, right?
There's a lot of advantages too when you sign with the UFC. A lot of people forget about the
Promotion.
PI,
Yeah.
the PI, the Performance
Yeah.
Institute, bro.
Absolutely.
All the state of the art fucking doctors and sports medicine people there, all the
Yeah.
recovery shit, everything, nutrition
Dude, they have your
information,
supplements on lock. They have your diet, your weight cut.
literally everything,
Yeah.
bro.
Everything
Like,
you can imagine.
yeah, what the fuck more do you want, bro? Like,
I'm I'm
come
pretty sure
on,
they pack your bag for your fight night with your meals and everything that you possibly need in there. So
all that, bro,
the
all
fact
that.
that we're gonna have that level potentially in jujitsu now, like if
Hmm.
the jujitsu athletes get the advantage of working there as much as the fighters
Shit.
do, and
Imagine jujitsu on ESPN.
yeah, dude, that's crazy, and that's
Shit.
where we're going. That's the future,
Imagine
man. That's what we're looking
a
at.
fucking a jujitsu match opening for the UFC or something.
Yeah, that's where we're looking at, man. That's the
Bro, that would
future
be
of this
fucking
thing.
sick, bro. That would be
Hell yeah.
fucking sick, dude.
You heard it
That'd be
first
next
on
level
Grapplers
shit.
Talk.
Yeah, bro. Fuck yeah. That'd be sick as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
That'd be sick as fuck.
Yeah. I know the UFC's
Man,
putting in like 10 to 12 million dollars, and that might be a low figure alone in jujitsu content. So the
mm,
show, the promotions, they're putting a lot of money into just promoting that new avenue that they're trying to do, and I
right.
love it, man. I
And
think it
doing it right.
elevates the game. Yeah.
Yeah, in a professional way.
And to go back kind of to what you said, right, with ADCC having a rivalry with CJI, now CJI has a rivalry with the UFC,
UFC,
and I think
yeah.
it's all necessary to keep this thing building and growing to where we need
UFC
it
was
to
smart
go.
to see that opening there and be like,
Yes.
yo, somebody needs to like just get a chokehold on this
Right.
and fucking sign all the best fucking jujitsu guys
Somebody that has the money that can put a chokehold on this, right?
and knows how to do it the right way
Right. Right.
and lead it in the right way.
Yeah,
That matters too.
it does,
Lead it in the
man.
right way, man. That's
Professor
fucking crazy.
Professor Mike, man, it's been a pleasure talking to you this
Hell
evening,
yeah,
and
man.
I just got to say, man, I'd like to continue our friendship and
For
continue
sure.
talking in the future. Maybe have you down for a seminar or something. That would be fantastic. And
Likewise, bro. That would be
yeah,
sick if you could come down for a
yeah,
workshop as well.
that would
That'd
be
be fucking
great,
sick.
dude.
Hell yeah.
And just in closing, man, I just want to say thank you again for taking the time out of your evening. I know you're a busy man, and you're a great coach, so you're out there working hard.
Appreciate it,
But
bro. Thank you.
thank you for taking the time to be a part of this. I just always like to give our guests just a couple minutes for any shout outs, man, any kind of love you want to give out.
Mm.
But just take a couple minutes. The floor is absolutely yours.
Thank you, sir. I want to give a shout out to you. Thank you for providing a platform for people like me to get our opinions out and just talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. Shout out to my wife who always holds it down, my kids, my team, Dethrone Mixed Martial Arts here in Fresno. Come by and check us out anytime. We're on the corner of Clovis and Clinton. Um, anywhere between 5:30 and 8:30 in the evening, Monday through Friday. Come on by. Shout out to our coaching staff, Coach Lamar, Coach Gil, Coach Alex, Coach Jackie, Coach PJ. Shout out to Rick, Falcon, and motherfucking Viking for holding it down at the front desk and always keeping the gym clean. Shout out to Jason Kraft for providing us a clean facility. Shout out to all of our students for kicking ass, taking names, and go watch my boy Stillmatic fight this weekend on Saturday for LFA on UFC Fight Pass. He's the first fight of the night. And shout out to the motherfucking champ, Landshot. Big ups to him. And shout out to who else? Shout out to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Without him, none of this will be possible.
Right, man. Again, dude, thank you for doing this, dude. It's been a pleasure getting to talk to you.
I appreciate you, man.
If fans want to follow you on Instagram or Facebook or any of that fun stuff, how do they find you?
Yeah, at Sensei Mike Moreno on all platforms, even YouTube.
Yeah.
They're all linked up together. I don't have Snapchat or nothing like that. You know what I mean? I just have Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, shout out, my bad, bro. Shout out 559 Fights.
Yeah.
#1 local MMA promotion here in the Central Valley. If you guys are looking to fight, anybody looking to fight, hit them up, bro. Follow them on Instagram at 559 Fights as well. Jeremy Lee Chow, kick-ass dude on there.
Yeah, 559's been around forever too. They put on some really great shows, dude.
Yeah.
But thank you again for being a part of this episode of Grapplers Talk. Fans, go out, check out our partners over at Butterfly X, BFX Gear. On Instagram, type in our code word Grapplers Talk 10. You'll get 10% off of your rash guards over there. And also check out our partners, our good friends over at Spar Bar Soap. Type in code Grapplers Talk for 10% off of your order. But other than that, this has been another amazing episode of Grapplers Talk. This is Dave, and we
This
are
is
out.
Grapplers